Most frustrating thing of the night, so many drives that got us down there to that high red zone area and then just stalled. And that was the struggle tonight, and it hasn't been a struggle all year long. And so, that was the frustration.
You think the early maybe pressure, maybe by some unblocked guys, I don't know if spooked is the right word, but just affected Cade to where maybe he left the pocket more than he needed to?
I don't know. I'll have to after watching the film, we'll have a better idea. There were some situations that they blitzed us and we were hot, which means we didn't have enough guys to block, and so needed to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker. They did a good job. I'm going to credit them on defense of disguising a lot of stuff. We knew they were going to do it, but they did a really good job of disguising some of the blitzes, the blitz package, and then how they did, they did on the back end too, of just disguising stuff. So, but yes, I know he got hit sometimes, and guys came free. So 2 or 3 of those were hot situations.
How would you assess the pass protection in general?
Tonight, I think there was good times. There were some really good pictures, and then there were some times that we had a breakdown, whether it would be Cade missing a hot situation or it was a guy with technique up front, but just too inconsistent.
How would you describe Cade tonight?
That kid's a warrior, first off. I feel like he competed his tail off the whole night. Continued to battle. He got hit a lot, I know that. So really proud of him for a lot of things. I think he learned a lot of things tonight too. Obviously before the half, trying to scramble in that situation was not a smart decision at all, but he's going to grow from that stuff, and that's who he is. I mean, he's a guy that is going to always find ways to get better, and he'll learn from some of those mistakes he had tonight.
At the end of the half, just overconfidence in his legs, basically.
That win? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was, he just wasn't thinking about that situation and understanding we didn't have a timeout left, and we're in field goal range already, and just being able to process that. And again, a lot of young quarterbacks, things like that happen, and I hate that it happened tonight, but he'll learn from it.
What'd you tell him there at the end about the end of the first half?
Yeah, we just said, hey, you can't scramble in that situation. We got no time on the clock. We had little time on the clock, and we had no timeouts. So obviously that's a situation you got to throw it to the end zone, or throw it away, and then we can just kick a field goal, right? And then we're in a good spot if we just do that. So just managing.
Was there a common thread as to why you guys felt like you got stalling out and you got on the plus up?
There really wasn't. One time a guy made a mistake and had an MA. Another time it was either a missed throw or a missed opportunity. So it wasn't the norm what we've been doing all year long. We very rarely stalled in the red zone, and missed a couple field goals, but a couple of those were long field goals. Like I said, that was just kind of the story of the night, that just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot whenever we got down there close.
Coach, 29 pass attempts for Cade in the first half. Was that the game plan coming in for him to air the ball out? I know Tennessee pass defense hasn't stacked up great over the course of the year, but it is his first start as a true freshman.
Yeah. First off, we have a ton of confidence in Cade, and he has prepared very, very well, and probably threw the ball too many times, but we continue to make plays or get some pass interference situations, and we were moving that ball down the field and getting some chunks, and so we were having some success, and I think our guys were feeling it. And then, like I said, just didn't finish a lot of those drives. But in hindsight, yes, we probably should have ran the ball a little bit more in the first half, and given him a little bit of a breather and a little bit of a more situations where he can, settle in a little bit.
And then in the second half, it felt like you really made it a focal point to get Ship involved. He only had 5 touches in the first half. I know, things can go by, and you probably didn't notice that in the moment. But second half, thought you ran the ball really well. Obviously, the big 2-point conversion was a big part of that touchdown drive, and felt like you guys kind of got back in the game at that point. Did you make it a focal point to incorporate Ship more going into the second half?
Oh yeah, we did for sure. We highlighted it at halftime and said, hey, that's got to be our number one thing. A guy that plays as hard as him and is as talented as him, got to get him the ball more. And so, you know, we were able to do that in that second half, and we felt like because of the plays, I think we had 53 plays in the first half, so it felt like we were starting to wear them down, and you could see that, you know, in that third quarter, running the ball and getting some chunks in the running game, and so it was good to get him some more touches, obviously, you know, in the second half.
All right, thank you, Coach.